Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you're viewing this. My name is Mike. I am the Crypto Liberal. Thanks for joining me. Happy weekend, happy Sunday, happy close to the crypto trading week. Oh, we are so close, so close. We are this close to ending a green week, ending the scourge of 9 straight red weeks on the Bitcoin chart. Um, we're so close, right? So we got a couple hours left in the week, and we are hanging on the thread, right? Whether we're going to finish this week green, but I want to cover the weekly close because there's some things going on that really haven't changed since Friday. But so this is gonna be a shorter video. I know I said that yesterday. I'm gonna have a short video, and then I ended up talking for about 40 minutes. So I apologize if I bored the crap out of you. But this one will be shorter because we're just going to cover what I'm looking for at the weekly close, and that includes the most bullish chart in crypto today. That's what I'm calling it, the most bullish chart in crypto today. So if that sounds good to you, give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a follow, give me a comment, give me some love, give me something, right? I appreciate all of you coming to watch me. I enjoy sharing my journey in crypto, and I love hearing others stories as well. So, get down there, pause the video, pause it, just hit pause for a second, go down, hit like, hit subscribe, give me a comment, and let's get into it. Let's check out the chart, right? The Bitcoin chart. So look at this. Look at, okay, we're going to start right with my support line, which I told you about way back here on, like May 21st, I think I told you something like, or no, I'm sorry, May 11th, I told you. And oh man, it's held perfectly, right? We called that perfectly on this channel. Look at that. It held perfectly, this red support line. And right now, look at this. We're barely green today. But let's look at the weekly really quick because this is ugly. This is ugly. But oh, we got a little sliver of green right there, right? Oh, a little sliver of green. We need to finish above 29.4, 29.4 to finish the week green. So that's the first thing I'm watching, right? Is can we finish above 29.4 to finish the week green? So if we finish above 29.4, I think this week is going to be green in crypto. The other thing you need to keep an eye open for, in the next few hours is the future. The stock market future is going to open in the next few hours. See how they open. If they open green, great. But that can change by the end of the day. So that's the other thing, right? If it opens red, don't panic because they frequently change overnight. Something happens overnight. Somebody gets a trigger finger, and all of a sudden it goes from deep red to deep green. You really don't know, but just kind of keep an eye open for that for the next 12 hours before the stock market opens in the morning, and that will kind of help determine where crypto might go this week. And the other thing to watch out for is the DXY. The DXY has been going down for a few weeks. Last few days of last week kind of had an uptick. But I think that's going to continue to go down. And if that continues to go down, it's going to be bullish for Bitcoin. It's going to be bullish for crypto. And then the other thing I think that's coming, I think it's this week. I shouldn't be speaking off the cuff, but I think it's this week. The CPI numbers come out. The Fed meeting comes out. Don't panic, right? If you start hearing people say, well, they're going to raise it 50 bips. That's expected. It's baked in the cake. Everybody knows it. The market knows it. Crypto, everybody in all the money knows it. They're going to raise it 50 bips this month. They're going to raise it 50 bips next month. It's not a big deal. It's expected, right? The CPI numbers is probably the bigger number to keep an eye open. Let's see if that number keeps going down, and if it should, right? And if it does, great. I think that's going to be great for crypto. So I think everything's looking up right now for crypto and Bitcoin. That's the first thing to look out for is as the week closes this week, can we stay above 29.4? If we can, great. We have a green weekly candle for the first time in almost 3 months, right? The next levels to keep an eye open for is this blue line right here. I told you back here on May 30th, as we were approaching that line, I said we need to get above 31.3 and hold it. Well, we did. Look at this. We got above 31.3 on that day. I told you before we even got above that line, we need to get above it and hold it. Well, we got above it. The next day, we wicked down to that line and held it as support, right? So I'm like, oh, this might be it. This might be it. And we need to continue to hold it. I said we need to hold it for like 5, 6, 7 days. Well, the next day we didn't hold it, and look what happened. I mean, we went down big. So that's the next level, right? We need to close above 29.4 to today, and then get above 31.3. And then we need to hold above 31.3 for 4, 5, 6, 7 days. And then what am I looking for, right? The next level. is 37. That's the level I'm looking for. So if we get above 31.3 and hold it, if we get above 31.3 and hold it, right? I'm looking for us to move up to this $37 level all the way up there. So let's shrink this down a little bit. So get above 31.3 and hold it. And then I'm thinking 37. And if we get above 31.3 and hold it, I think we go to 37 before we come down and revisit this red support line. That's just my opinion. In my own opinion, you need to do your own research. Like that red support line right there would, so right now it's like 27.5, but it continues to move down, right? So if we can get above 31.3 and hold it, in my opinion, not financial advice, you need to do your own research. I think we go to 37 before we go down to that support line. Now, I'm not trading the 15-minute candles. I'm not trading the hourly candles, right? And that's the way it works for me. That's the way I make money in crypto. And I've been doing this for 4 or 5 years. I'm not always right. And, I'm frequently wrong, but I'm more right than wrong usually. And it's worked for me. And I've been doing it for 5, 6 years. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that's how I make money in crypto, is trading the big trends, not trying to trade the little micro trends, especially in a market like this where we've been going sideways for a year and a half. I showed you this downwards channel we're in. We've been in it for a year and a half. It's impossible to trade. And you can't be listening to these people who have their links in their Twitter profile that, hey, click the link, send your Bitcoin to this exchange, and you get a $4,000 bonus. Don't do it. Don't trade on leverage. I'm going to tell you again, I've told you this several times. The big money on those exchanges has more money than you. They have more time than you. They have better risk tolerance than you, higher risk tolerance than you, and they have better tools than you. That's 4 for 4. That's 4 for 4. Do not do it, right? Don't trade on leverage. Trade the bigger trends. You've worked hard for your money. Do not let the big money take your money. Do not let them take it. And if you trade on leverage, that's eventually what's going to happen. If you don't have a tight stop loss and you're not watching it every day, don't do it. Don't risk your hard-earned money, right? Buy, hold, and then as it moves up, we'll start talking about taking profits at some of those resistance levels. But follow this channel, and let's work through it together, right? Buy at that's the key, right? To play the long trends is you buy along this support line that I identified for you way back here on May 11th. We identified it way back here on May 11th. I said, start buying, right? Start buying, because it's not going to go below this level. If you've been buying down here, well, what's going to happen? What's going to happen when you start moving up here, right? Then we can start talking about taking profits. Start taking profits at 37. Maybe take some more as we get to this downward resistance line that we're going to eventually hit. And maybe we break it and go to all-time highs at some point. Maybe we do. But we'll talk as we move up about I'll remind you, take some profits. And it's all going to depend on your own financial portfolio and your own risk tolerance and what you need to survive and live. And, I can't make those decisions for you, but I'm going to remind you, hey, think about taking profits. And so follow me, give me a like, give me a subscribe, because I can't wait for this journey. We're going to start moving up soon. I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. So, but it's not financial advice. I've been wrong before. I want what's best for you. And don't, that's one thing that's driving me crazy about the market right now is you don't want to be trading on leverage in this market. The fear and greed index is at 10, right? That tells you that things aren't looking the greatest right now. So I don't know why anybody would try to get you to trade on leverage at this point. And some of the people that are doing it presumably are multimillionaires that have made a lot of money in Bitcoin and crypto. And why are they trying to squeeze a little extra juice out of you by having you click their link so you can forward your Bitcoin to an exchange and then they get a little kickback? Why? What is the purpose? If they're multimillionaires, what's a little extra juice from you that they're trying to squeeze out of you to put your money on the line? Don't do it. Don't trade on leverage. Buy, hold, and play the big trends, right? Okay, so we got that out of the way. That's kind of what I'm looking for Bitcoin today, right? Can we close above 29.4? If we do, can we get above 31.3 this week and hold it for 5, 6, 7 days? If we can, 37's in the cards, in my opinion. Not next week. You know, it's not going to go to 37 next week, not the week after, maybe not in a month, maybe not in 2 months, but it's going to go to 37 before we revisit that support line, in my opinion. We'll see, right? I've been, I think, 99.9% right on this channel. I've, I've only, I've only been on this channel for 4 weeks about, right? But I don't know if I've even had a wrong prediction. I think I predicted that we're going to start moving up at one point, and it waited like 5 days, but I think we're going to start moving up again this week. Last weekend I told you we'd start moving up. We did. That's where we broke that 31.3, and then I don't know, things went sideways, and I told you that it wasn't going to keep going down, and it didn't, right? Because it went down for reasons that didn't make sense to me. And I told you on the channel that day, it's not going to keep going down, and it didn't. And we haven't gone lower than where we went, that day that it went back down. So stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. So, okay, that's it. Now let's talk about, every week, right? We put $100 into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and ADA. And I've been telling you for 4 weeks now that when we put new money in, when I put new money in personally, when I put new money in, my own personal money in every Friday, and I've been putting it in Cardano and Ethereum, mostly Cardano. Like lately, 75% Cardano, 25% Ethereum, 0% Bitcoin. And that's because I've been telling you by the end of the year, a year from now, and 5 years from now, the new money that you're putting into the market, if it's into Cardano will outperform Ethereum and Bitcoin by the end of the year, 1 year and 5 years from now. Cardano and Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin a year, by the end of the year, a year from now and 5 years from now. And look what's happened so far. In the 4 weeks, we put, every Monday we put a mythical $100 into those three, right? And how's it looking? Well, look at this. I don't even need till the end of the year. Look at ADA. We put $100 in for 4 weeks. So we put $400 into each of these. ADA is the only one that's in the green. We have $404 in ADA. Bitcoin's a little behind, and ETH is lagging, right? So I don't even need till the end of the year. I don't even need till the end of the year when I told you that ADA would outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. ADA is already outperforming everything in 4 weeks. Now it might not stay that way. Bitcoin might just go banshees and take off and outperform, our ADA and Ethereum in the short term. But I still think by the end of the year, I'm 99.9% convinced that ADA will outperform Bitcoin by the end of the year. And that's just my opinion again. It's just my opinion. But hey, it's working out so far. But I want to talk about the most bullish chart, and it's an ADA chart. Oh, I love this chart. It's going to make, it plays into my hypothesis, right? That ADA is going to outperform. Oh, this chart is so amazing. Let's look at it real quick. So it's the ADA BTC chart, ADA BTC pair. And I've been looking at the Coinbase chart and the weekly, right? We gotta look at it weekly. I'll wait for my lines to come up here. Oh, this is so beautiful. Look right on that resistance line. Unbelievable. We're right on that resistance line. Oh, look at this chart. Look at this chart. And if we can break this resistance, ADA is going to go crazy. We're right at that resistance right now. We've hit it several times. We've wicked up to it. We've closed on top, right under it. We've wicked up to it. We've closed at it. Oh, we're right there today. But look at the apex. The apex is only 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks maybe away, this apex. And I'm convinced that when it breaks, it's not going to break lower. It's going to break higher. And when it does, ADA is going to go crazy against Bitcoin, right? And, with the Vassal hard fork coming out, in less than, 3 weeks away maybe, or 3.5 weeks, or whatever it is, it just plays right into that narrative that ADA is going to greatly outperform Bitcoin. I'm starting not to even worry about the end of the year prediction. I'm thinking it's going to outperform Bitcoin here greatly in the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, right? So that's just the most bullish chart in crypto today, I think. So I think that's it, right? I think that's it. Let's just go back one more time to the BTC USD chart, because the close of the day or the close of the week is just upon us, and hey, we're still holding above 29.9, right? So we're still holding strong. Let's go to the daily real quick. Still holding strong in a green, a green for the week. We need to finish above 29.4 again. So it's looking good. That's really all I have today. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all healthy and safe and happy, and it's getting to spend some time with family and friends, and you're not staring at the charts all day long. I'm trying not to do that. I'm gonna watch a little basketball tonight and have a little IPA, and I'm feeling better. My COVID is gone. I had COVID all week if you're watching me for the first time, but so my voice is still a little crappy, but I'm done with COVID. I'm ready to get back into it. Maybe even send out a hiking video this week because I plan to get back on the trail, each morning this week. We had to delay some visitors that were coming, so they're coming at the end of next week now because I didn't want to give them all COVID. But that's it. That's it. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at crypto_liberal. I provide more updates there. And I think that's it. I think that's all I have today. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your weekend. And, hope you enjoy your evening and doing something fun with your family and friends. And that's it. My name is Mike. I am the Crypto Liberal. And of course, I have to finish with ban the guns.